Hi students, welcome to Unacademy. Welcome to Let's Crack Civil Service Examination Unacademy. India's not just learning. This is Raghu Sir. I'll be taking and all the previous year. If I've been UPSC aspirant, 10 name of Buddha IAS, then book on the cover all the ARC, like all the 50 chapter, anything is there in any of the I've put here. Next, the Telegram link where you can contact me. Also, the Unacademy link where you can Telegram link providing all the things respect to things I teach the PDF form. And also I assure that for you won't be any need of any other material other than what I teach. Am I audible and visible? Thank you. I asked you to get a subscription. Then you ask like what are the things I Academy we have got stated based on SC syllabus also previous year. These courses the basic nations they not only cover this, they also predict these structured courses are supplemented with where you can evaluate structure course live and also in academy almost after the class is over available to you recorded thing while the things are going on when the things are live you can get even also there will be answer participate and all these things concept our live and recorded course from the comfort of your then you may ask me sir how first step download there are many going on in academy I download there we have like where you can see like future courses the top educator there what are the courses taking the future what are the courses which has also really downloaded and top educators name the subject there sir human science Darshan many more masters in this field there was for them at an academy as I told there are more than Our courses provide complete coverage of the last day. You can see here every course already sessions, courses, because won't be having imagination. Because why I said generally students have the tendency of thinking one teacher, take polity, history, geography, yes, one, five, anything. What are we academy primarily other in case of plus subscription, five classes, test series, unlimited practice, and but highly mentioned study plan. And this the only difference between these two personal personal for plus subscription for 2 years. Videos time any gender study. So a holistic with iconic you go get getting 1,000 a promo code get get internship feedback all these things from top teachers like me and many others. Having realized the importance, we have kept where all the UPSC here also promo code the take 2 years of they will be just 1,000 years of what are we waiting for. Having said that, this class this will be now our ARC second ARC where I'll be covering things. Second ARC has said with respect to your all the things. Go through all the relevant things. Yes. Here I won't be going like fourth report, first report, 10th report, 11th. No. I'll be going twice. So take a topic, anything from thing, reports, the extent of their according to secretary ethics really. But according to ethics, understand properly, a term, a topic, concept, please go through, have discussed all the things, going to the all this all of narcissism, all of ethics, all of ethics in public life has mentioned. The second as a expression of dimension during the end. There is expression of high moral. There are many things. Further end, specific action of action for which a public will lead there and further end actions for which public functionary first afterward at last, meaning moral values, ethical values, further end account here, ethics and law here are related. Ethics, ethics account in your UP law, rules, relations, and conscience as a source of ethical guide. Made clear, right? All my to want all my students to write everything I say in this session according to AI. Not going other things we'll discuss in our next series. In this thing, we'll cover what second here, second here. Ethics ground. We're talking all these things with respect to public functionaries, nations, public life in general, and public functionaries. So ethics is ground in the notion of a public service. It's response getting the and also the accountability for the things you will be accountable on things basis of this. You carry on the response, and if you are accountable, you have holders of public office accountable to uh, why they are accountable, why they are accountable in democracy and constitution for creative of implement these law. Your public functionary, public office, holder of public office, are you getting? So holders of public office are accountable to people because they are the people who have given him authority here. So he is accountable to people. This accountability enforce laws and rules. Accountability ethics provides the basis for basis. Also, in the beginning, in most books, this in your syllabus they have given a topic where they say nation source of ethics. Difference in here, what you have ethics is not equal to law, but ethics provides the basis for these laws, for the creation of these laws. All laws may not be ethical, but moral is clear. Next, further is that why this and ARC says basis laws which enforce stability, laws which enforce stability. Why they are enforcing accountability? Democracy, public functionary, evil civil servant, accountable to people. Democracy, servant, accountable to people. This accountability is enforced for these laws and rules. Basis is the moral idea of the people that rise to and the representative of people. They are representing what you have. They are representing what you want. Means moral idea of the people that give rise to and shape the laws and rules. have basis. Our legal system emanates a shared vision of our legal system, laws, rules, emanates a just shared vision, what we think as a whole, shared vision. Ethics of public servant in the notion of ethics of public servant based on public service responsibility. This responsibility and accountability is enforced by the basis for this law and the moral idea of the people is to these laws and rules emerges from the shared value, not the total people in general about laws rules emerges from what people in a whole society as a whole think as good and just. Here, so laws emerged based on is it clear? Ethics and law. A system of laws cannot discretion. We just learned that ethics being servant is ground on the responsibility. What is the account? This is the response to uphold public interest. These are the things which exist. These are the things for which it has taken oath. This is the reason why people have so this responsibility laws, but the problem is that we cannot enforce the all time rules and regulations, however elaborate they are. They cannot provide, isn't it? Rules and regulations. There are some where cannot put one such thing is discretion. Say for example, there is a natural for the color. Not be but this isn't it? For rules and regulation for natural calamity, can we make all rules and rules and regulations? Main thing what has is in public administration, any public office, they work in there will be you go up higher echelons, go up for discretion, for advice for these rules and regulations. As the discretion increases, you can't have laws for that. Say for example, is a clerk is just collecting the bill, correct? Electricity bill. As this person has, even if it is say there is 100 rupee bill, electricity 100 rupees, one will go and higher echelon, higher echelons to advise him, minister, what he has to do. Because civil servant subject matter list ministers, they come and go. They don't have any yeah, expertise. Public servant has a because this is his career service. Because this is full, full job and he got lot of training. Say for example, your IPS, IAS, they will have almost for joining by the age of 30, 10% of time training itself. So by this way, he is clear the thing which you can mention in examination. Why? Because since civil servant will be having this, you cannot have laws and rules. In the absence of laws and rules, where he can use his own, where he can use his own discretion. If he is not ethical, he can use this power to only a person can make. These are very very powerful positions. Power corrupts absolutely. So if he is not having ethics, definitely what does it? That very powerful line. No doubt, able, also desirable, also possible to govern the conduct of those who occupy positions of higher echelon, of higher echelon, and exercise limited or no clerk here. Higher echelon desirable, desirable, and also possible, but their echelon itself greater than, but higher the echelon in greater is higher hierarchy greater because bureaucracy based on hierarchy. As you go up, no discretion and equal to that can cover and regulate the higher echelon, the hierarchy will have more discretion. There, not possible and also not desirable. Exercise, come up with rules where a system has rules, however elaborate, especially cannot provide for all situations. Term. In that specially, the higher echelon because they have what high discretion also possible come up with laws and rules, laws rules. Is clear? Anything? The important aspect respect to life in ethical standards. RCC. One of the most comprehensive statement of what constitutes comprehensive statement of what constitutes ethical traits for the holders of came from name is standards in popularly here very important here one thing Steve, what is it? Let us discuss like second ARC is very attention. ARC these are very comprehensive statements what constitute ethical standards for the holders of public of public life, not in general. Nine is ethical standards for holders of public office. So, any profession defined, but this is those who are holding public office. What are these? Selflessness, accountability, openness, cases. Like, right? So here, I case then KI. Second ARC, I'll be taking points. YK Sabharwal, Hokyam, on governance, ethics, organized by sector, taking what's up with that. You take a chain of all these things at a point, not like all separate. So we'll see. Yeah, every year, invariably, you pick up writing a value in a general sense. They have not applied to the civil service or public service. Honesty. They're writing person has, you have to tell the meaning, the concept. But what that concept means to public service, what that public administration, what that governance, you have to explain. This small effort from my side. Enrich here I won't be going further than second year. Whatever I say, just right on this. According to Nolan, selfness is overall also subserve is to promote. When I was preparing, I always dreamt of for that. Somehow I used to think that I tried a lot, not possible. What toppers do, what you have to do for every topic or anything. Just remember for three words which should comprehend comprehensively what selflessness is. You can write pages on this thing. Not write selflessness in public administration. Just acting solely on public interest. See, is no other criteria should be involved. Public interest, people's welfare, people's interest, all the things it in all out about public. I have dealt in my previous videos. Public interest, selflessness. servant acting solely serve public, promote selflessness. The words of Nolan, others, they should not do real benefit for themselves, just just not any other. Our thing. Only why a Sabharwal says is what public expected at them such that subserve public as against subserve means put favor public interest against interest of self, maybe your family integrity. Here for this one, like I got from even second year UK service code, civil service values are there, civil service integrity. What does this integrity following? Morals minus walk the talk, fullness, integer is derived from the word integer. Here, zero point 0.5, zero point 0.3, 1 by 3, they are integers. Whole numbers are called integers. Why? What is the implication? And if you are a public servant, you have already promised, you have taken a oath that you will act on it, saying that integrity in yourself, place themselves under any obligation. What say for example, getting a free membership, very getting a very expensive gift, getting admission, a civil servant's son, some of the very famous colleges like Delhi Public School, Hyderabad Public School, Bishop Cotton's terms. So here getting, so they do like that. They will be placing themselves the obligation that individual here, not place yourself under any obligation to outside in upper wall in the same line says that insulate yourself, that itself next. When you obligate, second here says that servant should be guided solely by public. Very important and context. Oh, Nolan has put public interest. Civil service interest has to be public interest. So it has termed as selflessness. Second here says guided solely by public. Very important. When can we say that a civil servant is when he is guided solely by public? Where according to service code of you, obligations of service above your own who the personal interest will be named. Take home for you. What is the importance of integrity? What do you understand by integrity? Public service or civil service means civil servant solely guided solely on public and in integrity. So what you have to do, not place yourself under any obligation. Are the things they all recognize them, make sense. Objectivity, but foundational, very very important friends. Foundational values of civil service. Don't think that just I am talking about things. Whole very important chapter is here. Foundational values for civil service. It says that what is objectivity? Making choices based on merit. Just remember merit. Objectivity, merit. The choices cannot be allowed to be made criteria other cannot make any choice based on any other criteria other than a civil service code of UK says that objectivity rigorous analysis same itself as this just rigorous acts. So is this clear? Objectivity, not subjectivity. Based on your choices, based on the merit, not with respect to any other thing. Caste, creed, affinity, religion, political pressure, favoritism, nepotism. No, based on, say for example, you have to like okay a contract or procurement. There are two factories, factory one and factory for supplying products for organ. Factory run by your friend. Factory one, while taking the decision procurement, not any other. Also, objectivity, subjectivity. Subjectivity is or civil service mains paper is subjective because based on right of the thing. awarding contracts of benefit, make choice. Objectively basing your choice and decision rigorous is clear. So just base your all the things will chances for making awarding contracts, rewards, benefit, merit accountability. Important thing. I accountability to whom they are accountable. Everyone is accountable to public is a very important thing. Civil service, ethics, dependent account, not into how accountability and ethical governance are interconnected. Also, how they correlate ethics in public administration and also submit for all your actions, account all actions. Also, UPSC open will just public office will serve. Well. So how they are accountable to public or people? Civil servant is executive will be higher executive. This executive, isn't it? Accountable. Legislature is accountable to directly accountable. Ultimate accountable and must submit themselves to any is appropriate since he is accountable to the people for the acts he has done. For that, Sabharwal says that any public office is the base. Therefore, public figure exercise public figure in any state function, and this legislation is accountable taken naturally is that every mission has to whether by way of why they have to auditing, because they are holding on trust base on the or on the behalf of people. Also, he goes further, says that audit very important thing, narrow set of accounts, but appraisal of the consequence every whatever the action is taken, consequence, not just with respect to this clear accountability. Accountability means accountable, they accountable by democracy. Position what they are holding is office of trust entrusted to them by the people. Here, how can you relate this accountability to ethical governance? Accountability, ethical governance have been given some position by whom people you are accountable means for everything, your decisions. You are accountable to public and also you are ready for scrutiny. This leads to ethical governance because have been given a work. Uh, any public office is the office of trust. Therefore, it invariably flows that you have to be accountable. If you are accountable, then it is ethical. If the public servant is not accountable, then the whole government becomes unethical. So there is no ethics in governance. Here, you have given your servant some power. Isn't your servant accountable to you? If your servant is accountable to you and he is ready for all the scrutiny, then it leads to ethical relationship. The same way, administration in the governance, this leads to ethical governance. Here, any doubt with openness? Topic here they are right. All these holders of as open as possible. They should give reasons because it's very easy. You will be studying which you don't know. How you apply, where you apply, the approach is also a very, very important. They should give reasons for it that and rest only of all have to give reasons for your decision. You have to take all things open way and you have no openness, no transparency for the sake of public. So what is the only time? What is the only time when a public servant or a civil servant can withhold the information, can act without transparency, can mean to say can act in secrecy for the interest. If it is not useful to the people, no need this clear secrecy or maintaining any, and that should subserve public interest. Is clear. Restrict only when the wider public interest clearly demands. The similar lines Sabarwalji said, control that. Sunlight means openness. Sunlight means transparent. Transparent, if you have to apply the benefits of transparency, it is best way, curb correct way. It acts as checks and working transparently. For example, when you're working like in an open field or something like that, are you working transparent or there is something fishy going on behind the curtain? Something fishy going on openly. Generally, transparency has to be mantra of judiciary follows this conducting transparency brings along important lines. Won't get these lines anyway. Transparency brings along with long inherent checks. Means transparency itself you have got checks. Transparency itself acts as a very powerful instrument for curbing corruption. Curbing corruption means increasing ethics. Interruption of right to information lead set the administrative setup. How revolutionary this RTI, right to information, is very powerful. You can go and ask for any public thing. You have got the right just by 10 rupees, by 10 rupees form. You can ask any. Why you have got this? Why you have got this right? Ideas to you are the sovereign. There is someone who can be called as king. That you should know. Should have the right to know. Big servant is clear. Inherent check. A powerful word. Disinfectant. Honesty. So holders of public office have a duty to share any all any in a way. First of all, holders of public office have a duty anyway. For example, to disclose and declare procure, declare your public interest means, say for example, the provider of the, say for example, the interest and anyone who comes among your kids and kin, and there is a conflict, then you have to resolve in such a way that public interest, why it is one of the main, it follows the rule that justice is not only done but mean to justice, just not only done but must be seen to be done. Him, chairman, there, there are five candidates, the same. In that, one is your relative or your friend's friend, your friend's daughter. You are a very honest person. Chairman, you are a very person. One among them, one among the people who have come for interview, your relative. You are such a honest person that you won't entertain anything. You act very objective based on the merit of the case. Only merit of the case, no other thing. Based on that, you select a friend's daughter. Only merit. So here, justice is done. But does that appear justice? You should not only act the person of integrity, you should not only act with integrity, but if others see, also should appear that have acted on it. Is this concept? When you are selecting, if you select a person from your kith and kin, friends, something like that, does that appear that you have acted on integrity? That is the reason they say you cannot be judge of your own case. In judiciary, that is the thing they follow. A person cannot be judge of his own cause. So here to be declare for private leadership. Leadership means following all these things. With leadership, holders of public office should promote and support these principles by leadership. This has been explained. Lead by example. If a leader is honest, sincere, and committed to task assigned, uh, tribes create vibes created, it meaning that you are corrupt. Can you expect lead by example and leadership? When it comes the task, lead and leadership. One of the very of leadership. If you can influence others, then you are a, that is essential. One of the basic characteristics promoting all the things, leading your life, but not as it is, not exactly life. Modify the thing and take up the talk with respect to any private organization. Next, among those, what we have, yes, very whole foundational values, foundational values, very important chapter for every time here among the seven things profounded standards, honest, making public servant, integrity, honesty, because openness, transparency, accountability, openness, transparency. So come up with good procedures and procedures, then or can come up with a way out. Objectivity, that is facing merit or performance. Are you leading by examples? Are you influencing your team? Are you taking your the decisions based on merit? Will be reflecting your performance. Only difficulty because ethics, values, morality, all these things are mental construct. Mental construct. What are mental constructs? Are those things cannot be directly measured or observed. Are those things directly your values, your ethics difficult to measure. Why? Love, patriotism, measured, observed. But behavior is to a greater extent directed by still to a greater extent by looking at your behavior. by testing your attitude. But it is read out without please. So openness and ability are essentially procedures can be to apply the things. How to make people more accountable, make the system more accountable. Come up with a procedure because these are procedural according to secretary, according to know objectivity and leadership are related perform challenge our these are difficulty, not end but difficult. How doing your act I may say you don't know how much I love you, way I treat, way I respect you, way I speak to you, behavior, my attitude towards you. This layer, one of the things is no fundamental principles in the person or just like a gunda beating you or yes, your parents beating you or and police people stopping you authority, all in a, all public one by people. Therefore, public function is trusting. Very important, my dear. Answer this climax of the not by some author and AR series. So why civil servant is a trust because authority is entrusted, it is derived, given and trust that he will look after the trusteeship relation between the officials requires that authority lies in the best interest the authority is given. How to utilize the welfare of the any doubt with respect to here one point what you have why they are called trust democracy. Think of that code of ethics. What is the need of all all or all or their own national ethical contents set of values important among code of trade first. It will be many students think that code of ethics all profit. Even nursing teachers, medical doctors, all anthropologists, sociologists, any profession they have is clear. Here, values within the when it comes to civil service. What is service? Civil service value. What are the values important for reflect people's experience? What people are of a broad guiding principles. Code of conduct refers to ambiguous terms, in ambiguous terms, do's and don'ts. There, a concept of ethics. There, any doubt? On here, what they say is that in this main point, what they are trying, having just code of ethics, not enough. Have you, as you have explained, a broader concept, values, broad general guidelines. But code of conduct, why I'm saying that when you have well defined code of conduct, people agree that yes, Let me come. You have got seven principles. They are very much applicable. They have got rising out of such principles. Rising out of rising from in the ethical principle arrow in smaller concepts becomes a specific why because a person is to guide the destiny person has privilege to guide the destiny of the people, not like in your own dish affecting your own thing. It will be affect larger public, not only be ethical, only be ethical, but must be seen to practice, seen to practice this. How can that be made ethical? Also must be seen to practice when you have precise code of conduct, principles of God, principles of your ethical values of this doesn't make people to feel that teasing when unambiguous way if the things are defined in the form of code of conduct, then it appears that you are also following it. It is the interface of public action and need arises, but a code of conduct is not just code of ethics. Code of ethics would cover well most of conduct in precise and I but how can you make one him to have practicing because code of ethics are code of ethics out with a that that code of ethics have checked all. By this appears that because guys following those code of conduct, then it appears that you are here, the broader thing, your ethics is also correct. But code of good governance of code of good governance takes in the other way. Not only following code of conduct, you should follow code of ethics also because these things are still evolving and also we cannot put them let us read from second ARC. Neither less is necessary functionaries and authorities necessary for public authorities offer citizens an undertaking, not only obligations, only obligations, but only following law, but intention that must be had and guided by not yet not yet expressly stations have to follow principles of ethics and good conduct, good conduct which are not yet expressly stated in regulations, which have not yet expressly stated in rules and regulations, although no doubt that they are applied and for is that code of ethics. Same thing, but not only code of conduct but also code of ethics which are not expressly stated in regulation as a government employee. All should be equal. Just are very doubts with this. What is the need for establishing concepts of deep code of conduct? A public servant cannot uns but what if here following not violating the law, but is not violating the law in letter, but is violating law in spirit. This code of conduct, say for example, code of ethics, integrity includes all, not having marital because it is a broader thing. Code of conduct, no, like are not law in letter, but you are violating the law. Overcome that. We should. Second argument is second the other case. Let me take this section. As I told, for code of ethics. The broad, as you know, principle. When the principles are very broad, doesn't appear that following ethics. Just say in objective, very very broad. It appears also you can make a public servant accountable only when you are unambiguous, ambiguous and precise man. Is it appears that make sure will be this clear. Also also suppress the that's happy learning